Hi friends, Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer was an American serial killer and sex offender who committed the murder and dismemberment of 17 men and boys from 1978 to 1991. I want to tell his story and how he died. So let's begin. On 20 November 1987, Dahmer, at the time residing with his grandmother in West Allis, encountered a 25-year-old man named Stephen Toomey at a bar and persuaded him to return to the Ambassador Hotel, where Dahmer had rented a room for the evening. According to Dahmer, he had no intention of murdering Toomey, but rather intended to drug and rape him as he lay unconscious. The following morning, however, he awoke to find Toomey laying beneath him on the bed. His chest was crushed, blood was seeping from the corner of his mouth, and Dahmer's fists and one forearm were extensively bruised. Dahmer stated he had no memory of having killed Toomey and later informed investigators that he could not believe this had happened. To dispose of Toomey's body, Dahmer purchased a large suitcase in which he transported the body to his grandmother's residence. There, 1 week later, he severed the head, arms and legs from the torso, then filleted the bones from the body before cutting the flesh into pieces small enough to handle. Dahmer then placed the flesh inside plastic garbage bags. He wrapped the bones inside a sheet and pounded them into splinters with a sledgehammer. The entire dismemberment process took Dahmer approximately 2 hours to complete, and he disposed all of Toomey's remains, excluding the severed head, which he threw in the trash. Finally, Dahmer pleaded guilty to the charges for 16 murders and was sentenced to life imprisonment on 1st May 1992. In the jail on the morning of 28 November 1994, Dahmer left his cell to conduct his assigned work detail. Accompanying him were 2 fellow inmates, Jesse Anderson and Christopher Scarver. The trio was left unsupervised in the showers of the prison gym for approximately 20 minutes. At approximately 8 am, Dahmer was discovered on the floor of the bathrooms, suffering from extreme head and facial wounds. He had been severely bludgeoned about the head and face with a 51 cm metal bar. His head had also been repeatedly struck against the wall in the assault. Although Dahmer was still alive and was rushed to a nearby hospital, he was pronounced dead 1 hour later. Anderson had also been beaten with the same instrument and died 2 days later from his wounds. Scarver, who was serving a life sentence for a murder committed in 1990, informed authorities that he had first attacked Dahmer with the metal bar as he was cleaning a staff locker room, before attacking Anderson as he cleaned an inmate locker room. According to Scarver, Dahmer did not yell or make any noise as he was attacked. Immediately after attacking both men, Scarver, who was thought to be schizophrenic, returned to his cell and informed prison guard that God told me to do it. Anderson and Dahmer are dead. Scarver was adamant he had not planned the attacks in advance. Although he later divulged to investigators he had concealed the 51 cm iron bar to kill both men in his clothing shortly before the killings. Friends, this was the story of serial killer Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer. If you like this video, so please subscribe and share. And finally, thanks for watching.